Hello everybody and welcome to a beautiful day on board this Coastal 33. I'm Tim from Boatshed Yacht Brokers and I'm going to give you a tour in detail of the interior of this Coastal 33. So as you can see, I'm looking at the starboard aft corner of the wheelhouse, and the wheelhouse does have an opening to the starboard side and to the port, and also the stern windows there, they all roll up and fold out of the way or take down to give you more air if you like it. On the port and starboard side we've got the sheet winches as well, so we can control the foresail sheet from here without going outside if it is a bit of a blow, which we really like. And on the starboard side you can see we've got lots of seating here, storage underneath, we've got access to the bilge pump here, we've got all sorts of bits and pieces around this boat. If I just move aft slightly and look along the starboard side of the coach roof, you can see we've got a nice little cupboard here for all your bits and pieces, maybe winch handles, etc., and lots of bits, hooks here to hang your bits and pieces from too. But you can probably get a really good appreciation as to how it feels to watch keep on this boat. Lovely great big windows, we can see out really nice and easily, so great for keeping that look out at sea, no problem at all. You can see we've got 240 volts on this boat as well. We can see we've got various indicators here, we've got charging, we've got auto bilge pump there, etc. She does seem quite well equipped. Now looking up you can see we've got an auxiliary compass here, and we've got a small working surface area here. That may have been a nav station area in the olden days, perhaps before we got into the modern way of doing things, but feels nice and traditional, and we'll come back and look at the other side of this compartment very shortly. So let's go downstairs through the companionway, which is very nice and solid. As you can see, they just fold back out the way and the lid just folds up, so very nice and easy to get through. 2 steps down, and I'll just swing around so we can see the companionway. There we go, really nice and easy to get through. We've got access there, but if we move the companionway steps, which themselves are stowage as well, which is lovely, get those out of the way, and then we've got access to the engine room there too, which is really very nice indeed. Not something you could do at sea though, really, but just gives more access to the engineers, and they should thank you for that. A couple of handles either side, so something to grab onto as you traverse around, which is always really nice and useful. Now if we turn to the starboard side, we firstly come to this door, which allows access to the heads, which is great because that means if you're wet and you're coming down, you're not traipsing via moisture all the way through the boat. Straight in, we find a really nice compartment, plenty of room, plenty of head height, nice frosted window there, and a little opener there. Mirror on the after bulkhead. There's a cunningly placed handle up there as well, which is brilliant for the gentleman. And down here we find ourselves with the head, and I think I can see valves for a holding tank there to be confirmed. And on the outboard side there, you can see we've got a nice shelf for your bits and pieces, a cupboard above, and a couple of cupboards beneath there as well. And it looks like we have the fixings for a shower as well, but I think it looks like some of that may need to be reinstalled. But other than that, good sized compartment, good headroom, doesn't feel claustrophobic. Now if I move back slightly and we'll just look at the saloon, so there we go. In fact, I'll stand up to give you a better idea. Let's look at the starboard side first. So as you can see, we've got carpet, we've got upholstered cushions, nice long berth here, nice and wide as well. We have storage underneath, we have storage behind the cushions here too. Another twin 240 volt socket there, and then above and behind you can see we've got shelves behind doors. We've got a fiddle shelf there as well, and looking up again we can see we've got nice high windows. Now this is where the nice high coach roof gives us big windows, allowing lots of light in and ventilation through the 3 of the 4 windows. Also gives us lots of head height here as well, so that's a good feeling of space down here. Very nice indeed. Let's move forward into the forward cabin, and again we'll note we've got a handle here to hold on to, really nice. First thing we meet on the starboard side is a small vanity unit, a couple of drawers, a cupboard, work surface there, and a cupboard on the outboard side there. We've got 2 big windows in here with openers in, which is nice. And again, look at the head height, really nice and high. This is due to the high coach roof as well. We've got an opening hatch there as well, and if you look down we've got access to the anchor locker, and then we've got 2 nice single berths there with an infill which is just around the corner to give us a nice big double, and without the double in place we've got a nice seat there to sit and get changed. Storage underneath all round as well, and what I like down in here as well is you've got the flare of the bow, so we feel like we're doing something really nautical. Now on the port side, if we look, we've got a nice hanging locker here, plenty of room in there for your longer items of clothing. Small lockable locker there as well. They really have made room for everything on this boat, which is lovely. Little TV up there as well, and a socket that needs screwing back together. Altogether, decent sized compartment, very high, and plenty of room for two. Now back out through into the saloon, you can see we've got the rest of the saloon on the port side. TV on the forward bulkhead. Here we've got a nice hanging locker. There we go, no problem. And again, upholstered seating with storage beneath and behind. We've got a movable table there, so we can put that where we like. And then on the outboard side here, we've got shelving with doored off shelving, and we've got a nice shelf here, which at the moment is housing a stereo unit. This berth is slightly shorter, but it does go through to a trotter box there, so hopefully the people with slightly longer legs will be okay. Heater controls here, and that leads us nicely to the last part of this part of the boat, which is the galley. So as you can see, C-shaped or U-shaped, whichever way you'd like to describe it. We have some drawers here and a cupboard, some work surface here. Nice and big, nice fiddles here, and they're really nice and strong. So I suspect you could probably hold on to those in a storm as well. Cupboard behind, shelf behind, and looks like a gimbal cooker there with 2 burners and an oven. And then finished off at the stern, we've got sliding doors on that cupboard. We have a shelf, and we have a single sink unit there with a drawer underneath and a fridge. So that finishes off this compartment. How do I feel? Very nice and high, plenty of room, needs a good old clean, needs some bits and pieces seeing to make it a really lovely habitable space. But once done, I think she could be a beauty. Right, let's go out of this companionway, and we'll finish off in the helm compartment, or sorry, the coach roof, or the pilot house, whatever you want to call it. Looking up, you can see we have got plenty of instrumentation up there. Nice, that looks like a recent VHF as well. We've got a Ray Marine unit, another bit of work surface, and then the helm unit itself, we've got wheel steering, looks like we've got autopilot there, and then here we can see we've got engine speed, lube oil pressure, lube oil temperature, etc, along with the throttle. So somewhere nice for the helm to sit, somewhere nice for the helm to put their bits and pieces in here. And this is the electrical panel in here, and there's another stowage in here with bits and pieces in there too. All in all, very nice, comfortable seats, and somewhere to purvey the new world, which is the sea. We can see we've got a bilge pump nestling underneath there too, and behind the helm we've got another seat with more storage underneath by way of a cockpit locker. And there's your port foresail sheet. Very good. Right, the last bit of the boat probably needs the most attention. So down into the after cabin. Here we go. Now, you can see straight away upholstery is needed. This place hasn't been used for a while. There's a bit of work needed on the interior, wood trim, etc. But nice big cabin, plenty of headroom down here, nice and light. We have openers down here, so plenty of ventilation as well. And generally speaking, we've got decent sized beds, port and starboard, finished off by a little vanity unit in the front of the compartment there. So we've got a little sink, we've got sockets, we've got drawers underneath, and a little bit of stowage. And again, inset into the companionway, we have got a little drawer as well. Very good indeed. So that completes the tour of the interior of this Coastal 33. Hope you've got an idea of what she's all about, and if you'd like any more information, just go to boatshedbrighton.com for lots more pictures, videos and virtual reality. Have a great day.